Hello, Cornerstone Church family. We just wanted to send out this quick video to you and give you an update on where we are as it relates to the coronavirus and how we're going to start stepping into this next season. As we begin to plan the reopening of our facilities from online to back on site in-person worship services, we've determined that May the 31st, Pentecost Sunday, will be our very first week back in-person gatherings. You know, our team has been working diligently to make sure that everything is ready to welcome you back home when you begin attending church back on site. Last Sunday morning, the 24th, we conducted, and we're so pleased with the results, we conducted an in-person practice service just to make sure we were confident as we were prepared to execute our plan with your comfort and safety in mind. I also wanted to say thank you to our staff, to our teams who've been working so hard to keep the church family connected, encouraged, and informed throughout this entire journey. All of our staff and all of our teams have gone above and beyond during this season, and I wanted them to know how very, very grateful we are for their work.
Absolutely. And we also want to thank our dream teams who have provided such excellent support for our online services each week. They've worked so long and hard to make sure that our experience was engaging, exciting, and done with excellence. And they did a great job. We also want to thank you for ongoing participation and support, not only with your presence at the online services, but with your prayers and your financial support as well. Our church family has remained strong, and we've continued to grow even while we're not gathering.
Right.
Our financial department, they've managed our resources so well. And our outreach teams have been able to maintain our outward focus as we've actually increased our reach into the community with more influence during this season than ever before.
It's been beautiful. You know, I'm so proud of all those things as well, but I'm also proud of you. I'm proud of how well we as a family have navigated through this unique season in American history. You know, we've all learned a lot during this process, and my hope and my prayer is that never again will we take for granted our ability to gather together in corporate worship and fellowship. And you know, now as we move into phase one and begin the reopening process, I just want to let you know that a few things in this first phase together are going to require some patience, some flexibility, some understanding, and maybe even some sacrifice at some level.
That's right. Absolutely. And on our website, you will find all the details that you need in order for all of us to reopen safely and to satisfy the governmental guidelines that have been set in place for all of us to stay safe. There's no way that we could possibly share all of them with you in this video, but we do want to take a moment to give you a brief overview.
Yeah, and just by way of overview, first we want you to know that our sanctuary, our main auditorium, it's been reset. And that reset is to allow for the social distancing guidelines that have been passed down by our government are placed in order for our safety and protection. We've actually measured it out, and in observing those federal standards of 6 feet of separation between family units during this first phase, here's what that means. It means that our maximum capacity per service in our auditorium is about 25% of our normal seating. And that means that we'll be able to accomplish about 250 people in the main auditorium per service and approximately 50 people in our secondary auditorium that's reserved for families who would just prefer to sit with their kids, with their families around tables and watch the service online while being in the presence of the family here at church together. During this first phase, we're going to be conducting only one service in our main gathering, and that means no kids ministry during this time, which means no early childhood, no nursery, no student ministry, no small group gatherings in the facility. However, our children's ministry team, they're amazing, has done a great job. They'll be passing out coloring sheets and crayons that actually go along with the ministry program of the day, and you may want to remember to bring devices, headsets to get your kids ready as they engage in the service that day.
That's right. And now all of these ministries will kick back into gear when we enter phase 2. But in this first phase, your children are going to be sitting with you in service. Now listen, don't stress over this because we understand that there's going to be more noise. There's going to be more movement in the room, and that's okay.
It's okay.
If you need to step out for a few moments with them, That's okay. You can do that.
Yeah.
We understand. We also understand for those of us without small children that we're going to be more gracious and more understanding during this time. We're going to be starting with 3 weekend services, which are at completely different times, and will be listed on our church website.
Yeah, there's going to be 3 new services. 8:30, the first one will begin, then 9:45, and then that third service will begin at 11:30. And to help ensure that you have a seat for one of those services, we've put in place online an RSVP, a reservation portal that you can go and you can choose your service. You'll find it there on the front page of our website, and it's where you can go and you can sign up with the number of people that are going to be joining you that day for service. And then when the services are full, we'll simply stop accepting registrations for that particular service. And if the online process is something that you're not used to or you're not comfortable with, simply call the office. And Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, one of our team members will be glad to help you and assist you sign up for that service. And as we need to add more services, we will simply do that.
That's right. When you arrive on campus, please know that we will open the doors approximately 15 minutes before service start time. And when you enter the facilities themselves, things are going to look a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different around here. It's going to feel a little bit different. But our host team will actually be wearing masks, checking temperatures, and offering you some hand sanitizer as you enter the building. If you'd like to wear a mask and you don't have one with you, we will have them available for you.
Right. And as you enter the worship center, we've got some amazing ushers who are going to be there to direct you and your party to finding a great seat. Then as the service ends, we'll dismiss row by row, asking everyone to exit the building immediately so that we can continue to adhere to those social distancing practices, and so that we can sanitize the building in preparation for the next service to begin as people began to come back in again. Now remember, the room will be set up a little differently, which means that your favorite seat may or may not be available for your particular service. So please understand, please be flexible with us during this time. We're doing this through this phase 1 so that we can meet the guidelines that have been set out before us. You can look at our website and find plenty of other material there, and we're operating not out of fear, but we're responding in wisdom and love one for another. We're doing everything that we can to protect everyone who attends, especially the most vulnerable among us, as we seek to prevent the spread of this COVID-19 virus.
That's right. Our commitment to you is that we begin to regather on site for in-person services that will be spiritually significant, safe, and sanitized.
Yeah.
Please take time to visit our website, become familiar with those guidelines. And although we would love to see all of you in person as soon as possible, we love you so much, but we want you to remain safe, and that's most important.
Yeah, this has been such a stressful season for many of us at many different levels, and we want you to re-engage the church life at your own pace. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident as you begin to transition back to on-site worship. It's a new day and it's a new way of doing church, but let me just remind you of this. It's only for a season. As Solomon said, to everything there is a season. We are simply asking you to follow the guidelines out of love one for another. And I look forward to putting this particular season of our life in the rearview mirror. But for now, we're going to do everything we can to make the most of the moment. We're doing all that we can to provide spiritually significant, safe, and sanitized environments for all of our church family and all who wish to attend. If you don't feel comfortable re-engaging at this time in in-person worship, hey, keep joining us online. We're going to continue. We hope you'll stay connected and you'll worship with us online every week. Now listen, God bless you. Thank you again for your faithfulness. Thank you for your praying, for your serving, for your giving during these interesting times. And we look forward to seeing you very, very soon.
That's right.
God bless.
God bless.